Waverly took them down as their marquee win of the season. Lost the next game against Gretna East and have since rattled off 5 straight. As we have an and one opportunity here for Anna Harms.
Harms taking the harm, getting herself to the foul line, and one. And you've seen that a couple of times now as we've opened up this second period. Waverly's been able to come up with those 50-50 balls, those loose balls, and it's been kind of a kickstart to their fast break, something they're really good at, Brandon.
And Harms completes the 3-point play, cutting it to a 2-point game. Again, glad you're with us here on NCN. We have a great girls game to get things started. Top 10 matchup, boys contest to follow. And we have a nice feed inside, and it doesn't go for Bus Boom. And there's just a miscommunication by Waverly on the other end.
Parker Christensen did a really nice job corralling that rebound. Hate to see that if you're a Waverly fan to give it right back. Could have tied or taken the lead.
.640 to play here in the half corner. 3 on the way. It's short from Gleason. Talk about what Waverly's done. Again, talked about that victory over Elkhorn North. Beatrice sitting at 18-3 on the season. Their losses to Minden back in late December. Then they went on about a 10-game winning streak. Then followed that up with loss number 2 against Norris, also a top 5 team in Class B, to end January. Quality win over Walhoo to follow that up, and did get beat pretty badly by Lincoln Christian, a 63-36 defeat on February 6th, but since have bounced back. Victories over Northwest and Plattsmouth, and they're hoping to make it 3 in a row heading into sub-districts.
Well, this isn't going to be an easy task on the road at Waverly. Little short-handed, down one of their elite scorers.
Vikings quickly in transition. Layup does not fall for Adams. Put back by Tritz, also no good. Stolen by Lambrecht. One-on-one, nice step, and it goes with the left hand.
What a finish with that left hand, as you mentioned. She's also leading all rebounders right now as Berkeley Lambrecht with 4. Giving up a little bit of size there, but she's determined to make the play.
13-13 here on News Channel Nebraska. Tonight's coverage is presented by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure. For machinery, ag equipment, and more, visit gocurrency.com for details. Also, high school sports is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Top 10 clash here in Waverly. The Vikings tying things up here, 13-13. 5:46 to go here before halftime.
Yeah, Waverly did a really nice job generating turnovers, really tightening things up on the defensive end, giving themselves opportunities on the offensive end. You saw it a number of times thus far in this second period. Now getting into that full court press.
Another steal. This time it's Christensen jumping the passing lane, and she's fouled.
Yeah, right idea for Beatrice, trying to widen out the court, use that cross-court pass, get up and over top of the defense. You're just having defenders, though, sitting on that like a defensive back.
Tritz, Concordia commit, passes it back off to Lambrecht. Tough defense here by Beatrice. Shot clock down to 12. Tritz drives, layup is heavy. Rebound by Kylie Hatcliffe. A familiar name for Beatrice fans. As we have a travel, we'll go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Josh Lill, for more.
It was a slow start for Waverly out of the gate, with Beatrice having 5 of the 13 points be second chance. However, since Waverly went to a full court press, the pressure has been put on Beatrice. And I'll tell you right now, the Vikings are full of energy. Brandon and Andy, back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh. 13-13. As Josh mentioned, it was 13-8 to round out the first. That's when Waverly started to sort of find their rhythm. They now have taken the lead after the triple by Peyton Tritz.
Yeah, quite a run rate now by the hometown Lady Vikings. A lot of momentum, as Josh mentioned, there in their favor, and the crowd starting to kind of wake up.
That will send Juergens to the line. I'd like to remind you that this quarter is brought to you thanks to John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's, our second quarter sponsor, and also another second quarter sponsor, O Street Carpet. Be sure to check out Steve Carper and the crew located at 17th and O in Lincoln, Nebraska. O Street Carpet. Nice job there by Juergens. First points for Beatrice here in the second, coming at the midway point of the period. 16-15 Waverly.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brandon. It's been a lot of fun watching Waverly operate their offense, but their defense has really been the thing to look out for here throughout the second quarter. That's made these opportunities for them to not only get back into it, but take the slim lead, 16-15.
Ball in the hands of Hatcliffe. Specifically Addy. Being guarded by Lambrecht.
Oh, good help defense. Christensen coming over across. Realizing that her friend was in trouble there. Big time block over the driving Addy Hatcliffe.
One second on the shot clock. It's up and rebounded by Harms.
Whoa.
It looks like that's Harms who went down, and she's hobbling back across the court. That three off the mark.
Harms obviously playing through a little bit of pain here. We're going to have an injury timeout, it looks.
So Harms, a junior, averaging 13. We'll keep our eyes on if she's available to make it back, but that would be a blow for the Vikings as we have a timeout taken. 16-15, 2:46 to play before halftime. We'll take a break as well. You're watching High School Sports on News Channel Nebraska.
The President's Day savings results are in, and it's clear that the majority agree Schaefer's is the place to save. Megan, what are you hearing on the ground?
Mike, Schaefer's does have a great selection of Whirlpool appliances, and this 12-cycle washer and matching dryer are checking all the boxes with over $500 in savings. They are a very popular duo at just $9.99 for the pair.
Based on those results, we're going to call it Schaefer's is the place to save this President's Day.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time, And those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time. We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, Josh Lill. 1 point game between these two top 10 teams in Class B. Glad you're with us for Thursday night hoops. Ball worked inside and a basket goes for Parker Christensen.
Christensen did a really nice job getting position, then keeping the ball up high, not allowing that second defender to get in there and tie anything up. And another turnover courtesy of this full court pressure. And we're going to have another timeout here from head coach Jalen Weeks of Beatrice. Wants to talk things over. Kind of get the feeling like he just wants to calm his team down and really stress ball security. Take care of the basketball here.
Well, Beatrice, both on the boys and girls, they're a proud basketball program that prides themselves on fundamentals. And, yeah, to your point, Waverly's defense, they've been causing issues, forcing lots of turnovers. And when you talk to John Cockrell, he says, my philosophy as a coach, offensively, we won't necessarily run a ton of sets. We'll let the girls do what they want to do and see how it sort of flows. Said, but defensively, we play to what I want. And that's sort of that fast up pace, man-to-man, and have more of that structure, jumping the passing lanes, and have that defense turn into offense.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of that in the second quarter.
Just over 2 minutes remaining before halftime. Waverly leading number 3 Beatrice by 3, nearly doubling the lead there. Christensen's putback doesn't fall. Several second, third, and fourth chance opportunities here for the Vikings, but ultimately it's a travel called on Mia Jackson.
And Christensen has really good size. She's 6 foot, listed at 6 foot, but in that first quarter, Beatrice was really able to make hay, leaning on their bigs inside, and somehow, some way, I think through this full court pressure, getting in more on-ball pressure to this man-to-man defense, Waverly's been able to kind of negate the size differential they may have.
Back in the lineup for the Vikings, Amy Harms.
Also mentioned, Beatrice is down, their leading scorer. Stabler is out with an illness. Second game in a row.
And there's roughly 18 points a game. You still have Addie Hatcliffe, the senior, who averages 15. And so far, Beatrice still hanging with Waverly. That's what you'd expect from a good team. Even if you're down a player, you have others who you expect to step up. On the break, layup doesn't go for Harms. The putback does. Another three-point play opportunity.
Kenna Kottman running the court, getting paid off for doing so. Didn't even come down with the ball, just one motion, right back at it.
The basket by Kenna Kottman was good after the rebound.
We have more substitutions here for Beatrice. Coach Weeks looking for answers.
It's the freshman Kylie Hatcliffe back in. You have the trio of sisters when you talk about the Hatcliffes. Everyone knows the name Mac, doing career best things at Doane. She played as a senior when Addie was a freshman. Now you have Addie, who's the senior, and her younger sister, Kylie, the freshman. So it's sort of that full circle moment. The Hatcliffes are going to have at least one on this Beatrice team for over a decade.
And everybody in the district is saying to themselves, another one? Are you kidding me?
And Coach Weeks and Beatrice will say, yep, we'll take it. Under a minute to go, 21-15 lead for Waverly. Thursday night basketball top 10 matchup here on the girls' side on News Channel Nebraska. Working it inside, triple team crashing down on Juergens, who kicks it out. The three's long from Kylie.
Took a little while to get there, but the inside out got an open shooter on the perimeter, just unable to connect.
Shot clock is off. Christensen gets to the rack. 2 more points.
Oh, that first step, able to just get just enough beyond her defender.
2 seconds. Beatrice will inbound here. Waverly with a defensive substitution. Tritz and King entering.
That's only going to be their second foul of the quarter. That's impressive considering that high-octane on-ball pressure they've been playing with.
Deep 3, it's short. We head to halftime with Waverly on top. 23-15 your score here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. More halftime highlights and analysis when we return.
The President's Day savings results are in, and it's clear that the majority agree Schaefer's is the place to save. Megan, what are you hearing on the ground?
Mike, Schaefer's does have a great selection of Whirlpool appliances, and this 12-cycle washer and matching dryer are checking all the boxes with over 500 in savings. They are a very popular duo at just $9.99 for the pair.
Based on those results, we're going to call it Schaefer's is the place to save this President's Day.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Purchasing your next car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse Ford is easier than ever thanks to our streamlined buying process. Shop our current inventory and offers going.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to NebraskaOrtho.com. That's NebraskaOrtho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
And welcome back. Currently at the Columbus Community Hospital halftime show. 23-15 is your score in this top 10 matchup. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen, Josh Lill with you. Andy, let's dive into our halftime stats brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. At Sartor Heyman, they'll help make your jewelry dreams come true. So unofficial point totals for Waverly first. Peyton Tritz with 5, Lambrecht with 4, Harms with 3, Christensen with 4, and Kenna Kottman coming off the bench leading the way with 7. And the big difference currently is it was a 13-8 game after one in favor of Beatrice. Waverly outscores Beatrice 15-2 in the second period to take this lead.
Yeah, in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of that first quarter, you could just feel the momentum shift back to the home team. The Vikings just went on a run there, closed out that first quarter, closing the gap, then able to take that momentum and really, kind of compile it into the second half. And I tell you what, it starts with that full court press. They were given the guards, down a point guard, by the way, for Beatrice. A lot of problems, doing a great job of playing with anticipation, jumping past the lanes, turning that defense into offense in a quick way, now riding that lead during the halftime break.
For Beatrice, Addie Hatcliffe leading the Lady Orange with 6. You have 4 from Gleason, 4 from Juergens.
Yeah.
And as mentioned, Gabler not playing tonight. But Beatrice still going to have to figure out ways to adjust here in the second half.
And Beatrice has enough upperclassmen and elite players to fill in for Stabler, but still, you take 18 points, average, have an impact. Right now, Addie Hatcliffe is leading the way. She's one of the lone returning starters. She's a senior, leading the team in points scored and also rebounds thus far with 3.
We're about 3.5 minutes out from second half action here on News Channel Nebraska. You're watching Thursday Night Hoops. We'll be back.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back. 40 seconds in to second half action, and Beatrice a much-needed bucket to get things started. Addie Hatcliffe with the field goal now has 8 to lead Beatrice, but you have a triple answered by Harms, or rather Lexi Adams for Waverly.
Yeah, Alexia Adams, a 5'4" senior, did a fantastic job ripping away a loose ball on the other end. Comes to the offensive end, knocks down a tray.
Three short off the iron. But Beatrice with the offensive board. Now in the hands of Juergens. And it's intercepted. Another turnover forced. It's Christensen with that length.
Boy, she's doing a great job of just keeping her eye on the ball and yeah, jumping those passing lanes. She's got 3 or 4 takeaways coming to top of mind.
Another three on the way off the iron. Tritz gets the offensive board and the bucket.
She did a fantastic job timing that offensive rebound up. She was being boxed out. They made a quick step to her left to get around the box out.
Beatrice breaking the press. Another block by Christensen. So now let's throw it down to Josh Lill for more from this halftime report.
During halftime, I had a chance to speak with the head coach of Waverly, John Cockrell. He said his team had played decent defense, but they need to get the offense going. They need to be tougher inside, make more free throws, which can lead to a better outside game. As for Jalen Weeks of Beatrice, he said his team needs to keep competing, grinding, and get rebounds. Injury update for Annie Harms of Waverly. That left ankle injury, it was a little awkward. She turned it, but she got it taped. She was vocal while hurt, and she's back out running at full speed. Brendan and Andy, back to you guys.
Excellent work, Josh. And to Coach Cockrell's point, Waverly already knocking down 1-3 this half, working it inside out.
Yeah, and it's good to see Harms back on the court. She was playing through a lot of pain. You ever heard a lot of credit for getting up and going and playing through it.
Waverly's lead now 11 as we're at the 5-minute mark.
Look out.
Christensen, she'll take the wide open shot and makes Beatrice pay.
My goodness, the defense was waiting for her inside because she has such a great post presence. She decided to go ahead and flare outside, widen out, open three, and she buried it.
This third quarter is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab, our third quarter sponsors. There's a solid offensive board by Bus Boom. Other quarter sponsors here tonight, O Street Carpet at 17th and O in Lincoln. A quarter sponsor as Beatrice gets the basket, this time courtesy of Bus Boom.
Fantastic job, senior to senior. Hadcliffe driving inside, bounce pass, assist to Bus Boom on the other side of the lane.
John Henry's another quarter sponsor here tonight. Our family serving yours. John Henry's excellent move by Christensen.
My goodness, beautiful drop step to get down and around the defender.
And Beatrice and Coach Weeks taking a much-needed timeout. 33-19, the biggest lead of the evening. It's now at 14 for Waverly. We'll take a quick break. You're watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
Purchasing your next car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse Ford is easier than ever thanks to our streamlined buying process. Shop our current inventory and offers.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Halfway through the third quarter, and number 3 Beatrice trailing number 6 Waverly by 14. The Lady Orange looking for answers here. They started out with a nice basket by Hadcliffe. Also Bus Boom making a field goal in the period. But Waverly has knocked down a couple of threes and a pair of twos as well. As there's 2 points for Jurgens.
Having the three seniors step up that time. Ellie Jurgens, nice drive down the left side of the lane, using that length.
Just a little heavy from Tritz there from deep. Beatrice trying to make back-to-back buckets, not on that occasion. 3 minutes remain here in quarter number 3. Up and down affair here at Waverly High School. Jurgens again attacking the basket and earns herself a trip to the line.
I mean, just methodically from coast to coast with that left hand on the left-hand side of the lane. Tonight's officials, by the way, Brian Arvin, Jeremy Wynn, and Al Worth had a really clean game so far. This is just the first foul of the third period, second half. We're closing out the first half, and it was just a few seconds, less than 5 left, and Waverly only committed their second foul. So really clean game being played defensively by both these squads here thus far. Could also give the officials some credit, Brandon, saying they're not calling all those ticky-tack fouls, letting the two teams play.
If Hadcliffe checking back in, Addie Hadcliffe that is. Was a 14-point lead. Beatrice has cut it back to 11, needing to string together a few more stops here to round out the third quarter.
Yeah, that's going to be the key for the remainder of this quarter and into the fourth. Consecutive back-to-back stops.
And Harms is called for shuffling her feet.
Right idea is the defense cut her off, her lane, her path, to the bucket. Tried to reverse and kick it out. Only get one pivot foot though, Brandon.
Now there, Harms called for the push on the other end, which is her second personal. At Beatrice, a chance to get this back to single digits. Working it inside. There's the kick out. Open three, just off the front of the iron.
That was a good offensive set for Beatrice. Came up, empty, but that was still a good-looking offensive set.
Deep three on the other end, also short. You have Kylie Hadcliffe, the freshman, pushing the tempo. Gets it to Busboom, who is fouled and will have 2 shots.
Excellent feed there. Nice bounce pass from the freshman, Kylie Hadcliffe, finding Busboom with that bounce pass. And it's a good scenario here for Beatrice. Clock is stopped, and you have an opportunity to cut into this lead a little bit. Adams will take a seat here after picking up her second foul of the game.
Busboom now with 4 points, all of them here in this quarter. Those 2 free throws cuts it to 9. 90 seconds to play. Top 10 matchup here in Class B on News Channel Nebraska. Beatrice number 3 in the state. Waverly number 6 in the state. This is the final game of the regular season before sub-district play starts next week. 3 off the mark. Offensive board. Christensen puts it back and has a chance for the 1 free throw.
Just did a fantastic job of sneaking in behind that lone defender. Appeared that Beatrice moved into like a diamond in one, trying to deny Tritz the ball. In doing so, you left one defender, kind of like a 1-3-1, but it was your post presence down there, trying to box out, protect the middle lane. that opened the back door for Parker Christensen, who got in there and took full advantage, knocked down the free throw as well.
12 points, Christensen leading the way for Waverly. Under a minute to go. It'll stay here with Beatrice.
Home crowd wanted a travel. Visiting crowd wanted a foul. I don't mind the no call.
This can't win. As an official, they're doing a good job tonight. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Excellent effort there by Busboom.
Able to split the defense there. I believe that was Hatcliffe.
Hatcliffe, yes.
Yep.
That puts her at 10, double digits now for Addie Hatcliffe. Christensen coming right back at you.
Great answer. Was not going to be denied. Splits the defense down the right side.
14 points for Christensen, 10 of them coming in this period. 12-point lead for Waverly. Can Beatrice answer here before time winds down? 1 second. Hatcliffe gets it up, and it's short. So Waverly leads by 12, heading into the final 8 minutes of this one. Waverly 38, Beatrice 26, here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Fourth quarter underway, 38-26. Waverly on top. Hatcliffe starts the fourth quarter the same way she starts the third. With a 2-point field goal, she now has 12.
And that's what Beatrice needs right now, someone to kind of be that force on the offensive side as they have to make up some ground.
So turnover Waverly.
Boy, how about the Parker Christensen show for Waverly? If you remember way back at the beginning of the quarter, she opened it up with the 3-ball on the side.
Big three on the way. A little bit heavy from Jurgens. Beatrice gets the board. Keeps possession here. Chance to again cut this to single digits. Hatcliffe's layup doesn't go. Another opportunity for Beatrice. Kylie gets it over to her sister. Nothing but net. 7-point ball game.
You saw Addie point to Kylie saying, thank you for dribbling away. Give me just a little bit of space to open up an open shot.
Tritz. Layup a little bit heavy. Good offensive board by Lambrecht. It will stay here with Waverly.
No, they're called the Vi Queens, but I mean, Berkeley Lambrecht has been a warrior here tonight. That was her 7th rebound of the game.
It'll stay with Waverly here. Let's get ready to go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Josh Lill, for more.
Brandon and Andy, the fourth-ranked Lady Orange are on upset alert. Coach Weeks, during the third quarter, was stressing that his team needs to show more physicality and better body language on the court. Waverly, they are full of life, and they are poised for this upset. Brandon and Andy, back to you guys.
Not if Kylie Hadcliffe has anything to say about it. The freshman with a layup in transition, and just like that, a 12-point game has been cut to 5. Still a lot left, but Coach Weeks having to feel good about where his team's at currently. Coach Cockrell for Waverly now taking the timeout.
Yeah, that was a good timeout from head coach John Cockrell as he was watching that lead kind of evaporate, and you could feel it. A little sense of urgency had been heightened for Beatrice, understanding like, hey, this is the fourth period. We're going to have to go on a run here, and go on a run they have. Excellent job by freshman Kylie Hadcliffe, as you mentioned, with that last drive going coast to coast, continuing all the way to the rack with that right hand with a strong finish.
7-0 run for the Lady Orange to start this fourth quarter.
You know, you always felt that the Lady O, they weren't going to go away quietly. They weren't just going to roll over and allow the home team here to kind of kick them to the side, kick them to the curb. Let's see what head coach John Cockrell drew up during the break.
Arms unable to hit from deep. Another opportunity for Beatrice to cut further into this lead as we near the 6-minute mark.
Oh, that was a really nice set play coming out of that timeout. You had Harms wide open, a great shooter. Just a little short, cut the front of the iron.
Great effort there by Tritz. It's a jump ball, possession arrow, Waverly.
So here's where Beatrice is really going to be tested. We're talking about it earlier, these back-to-back stops that they've had to do to claw, scratch their way back into this one. Can Waverly get their offense cooking?
Another deep three, just short from Harms. 38-33 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15. And Phillip at your nearest A stop today. Glad you're with us. Top 10 matchup here in Waverly. Number 3 Beatrice, number 6 Waverly, leading by 5 with 5.5 to go. Here on News Channel Nebraska. Jurgens driving, another offensive board. Christensen with the block, denying Busboom.
She has been huge in the second half. Offensively, obviously been talking a lot about her, but defensively as well. You saw a huge block right there.
Trying to work it into Christensen. She kicks it back out to Harms.
Yep.
And you felt it was only a matter of time before Harms would strike from downtown.
I mean, she was online the last couple of three-point attempts. That one was no doubt nothing but nylon.
6 points for Harms. Blocking foul is called.
Tritz tried to sell it as an offensive, foul. A little bit of a shove off there. I think the officials, once again, got it right.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And also, tonight's broadcast is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Hadcliffe off the back of the iron. Eight-point advantage. Waverly looking to get this back to double digits if they can. Tritz draws the foul.
Excellent drive. You had Beatrice sliding back into that man-to-man defense. Waverly just widened things out a lot for that isolation play there. Peyton Tritz, the crafty senior, taking full advantage.
Coach Cockrell couldn't speak any more highly of Tritz, the senior. Yeah. She's going to play at Concordia next year. Says, hey, she's one of the top 5-6 girls in the state in Class B and does just about everything for our team. And so far we've seen it tonight with scoring. She has 7, but the effort that she's been showing, which isn't unique for her on a night-to-night basis is what he was talking about as well.
Well, and also the impact she has on the overall game, not with just what she does, but how the whole defense shifted over. They tried to move to a diamond and one just to deny her the ball, so Waverly couldn't even get into their offensive set. So it just speaks volumes to how much respect head coach Jalen Weeks for Beatrice also has for Tritz.
Corner three, just a tad heavy from Kylie. We're under 4 to go here in the final period. Harms looking to make it 2 in a row.
That was close.
Tritz with the offensive board, and she's going back to the charity stripe.
Back-to-back boards for Peyton Tritz right on cue. That was a big one offensively. Now getting herself a shot at the line.
Be sure to stay tuned for our coach's post-game interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. We'll be talking to either Coach Cockrell or Coach Weeks, depending on how things play out. Right now, though, Waverly, after the Tritz field, or free throw rather, back up by 10.
That was big, as you mentioned. Not only getting back up by double digits, but allows for the full court press to be set, the 2-1-2. That way Beatrice can't just walk the ball up the court.
And there's about block number 5 for Christensen. But it does actually go down as a foul. Or no, excuse me, no foul. So inbound for Hatcliffe. That length just causing issues. Nice move, though, by Juergens. 2 points. And Coach Weeks takes a timeout.
Just excellent job setting up the defender. Make him believe you're going to go left. A quick little spin move back around to the right. Little touch off the glass.
9 points now for Juergens. Second only to Hatcliffe, who has a team-high 15. Hatcliffe's the lone player in double digits for Beatrice. So 15 for Hatcliffe. 4 for Busboom, 5 for Gleason, the 9 mentioned for Juergens, and 2 for Kylie Hatcliffe. We mentioned Waverly. Christensen leading the way, 14 points, 10 of them coming in that third quarter. You have 9 for Tritz, 3 by Adams, 4 by Lambrecht, 6 from Harms, and 7 from Cotman.
Kind of a curious timeout right there from head coach Weeks. Only 1 remaining, but I think he could sense after the made basket, now is the time, Brandon. If we're going to go on a run, we're going to close this 8-point gap. Let's set in our full court pressure, try to generate turnovers, and have a plan moving forward. Nearly came away with that steal.
Tritz trying to dial it up. No. Another board by Harms. The instant pass to Christensen. And just these effort plays. We've seen it from both teams here tonight, really crashing the glass offensively.
Yep.
Paying dividends here for the Vikings.
You know, it was another one of those kind of a loose ball scenario where the Vikings come up with it, and who do they get it back to? Parker Christensen.
15 points and counting for the 6-foot junior.
4 rebounds, about 4 or 5 blocks on the other side.
Back to a 10-point game, 3 minutes to go. Tritz on Hatcliffe. Goes left, gets Christensen in the air. Open 3, top of the key. It goes down for Gleason.
Gleason was spotted up the entire time. Nice little inside out and an unforced error. Beatrice eyeballing this comeback.
Tritz stepping over the baseline. Big opportunity for a 5 to maybe 6 point swing if you capitalize here. Hatcliffe gets it back to the corner to Kylie, back to the top of the key. Just off, but an offensive board by Kylie. 2.5 to go. The middle opens for Hatcliffe. She makes the Vikings pay. 5 quick points. It's a 5-point game.
The body control through the contact, kept her composure, soft off the window with the right.
Arms, drives, gets it to Christensen. Mid-range jumper, it doesn't fall. Hatcliffe the rebound. She's surrounded by 3 white jerseys. Beatrice with numbers here. 2 minutes to go. Juergens takes on Christensen, and she draws the foul.
Excellent drive, understanding how the defense was trying to scramble a little bit, get to their spots. And you've seen the last couple of possessions where I feel like Waverly's kind of getting sucked into Beatrice's style of play. They don't need to hurry up on offense, but we're seeing them take shots early in that shot clock. Now only up 5.
Second foul on Christensen.
You know, when you start talking about top 5, top 10 teams, they just don't go away quietly, whether it's on the road, at home. Here we go, a 1-possession game with less than 2 minutes remaining.
Juergens with 11 points. Beatrice on a 7-0 run over about the past 30 seconds or so. In transition, Greeley King with her first basket tonight coming off the bench.
Excellent pass break. That ball barely ever touched the court the entire time.
Very timely for King. It's back to a 5-point affair. 3-pointers short. Addie Hatcliffe the board. Tritz the rebound. 1:16 to go. And it's turned over. Tritz loses it.
Are you kidding me? Addie Hatcliffe did a fantastic job drawing the defense in, kicks it out, wide open 3, fought for the offensive rebound, goes back up. May have been fouled, no whistle, that's okay. She comes right back on the defensive end, causes a turnover.
And from way downtown, Addie just not enough legs in that one.
Just a little short. Need a stop. Need a stop here if you're Beatrice. This is where Waverly can really take their time. They don't need to rush on offense.
Kenna Kottman checks in to inbound.
Kind of like King on that last pass. Press break, laying it in.
Kottman does get it across the timeline. My, oh my. What you would probably call an ill-advised shot, but Harms gets the offensive board.
Actually going to work out for Waverly, as now they're going to get to drain a little bit more time.
So Tritz doing just that. There's the foul. With 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, 41 seconds to play.
Going to see a couple more here. All right, one more foul before I get knocked into that double bonus.
And there it is. So 2 shots now that we're at the 5 foul mark. 2 shots coming up for Tritz.
Yeah, I think that was the right move there from Hatcliffe. Extending the game out. Gives Peyton Tritz, though, the opportunity to push this to a 3-possession game.
That's the 4th foul on Kylie Hatcliffe. Leaving the door open. Beatrice still needs to do quite a bit, but Waverly has missed a few free throws here down the stretch. Nice job by Tritz to hit the second. Deep 3. Doesn't fall. Rebound Kottman. And Beatrice in trouble now, as Tritz will shoot 2 more.
Beatrice with just phenomenal handles, able to dribble through and around defenders. Letting some critical seconds wind off that clock. See a little frustration there from Peyton as she misses the front end once again, but still up 6.
So Waverly will take a timeout here. We'll take one as well. 7-point game here in Waverly.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time, and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Beatrice down 7, 20 seconds to play. The third-ranked Lady Orange may be suffering their 4th defeat of the season at the hands of number 6 Waverly. As mentioned, without their leading scorer, Elijah Stabler, and from that standpoint, Andy, if this result holds, you probably feel pretty encouraged if you're Beatrice. If you're Waverly, you still feel good because, as mentioned, of course, they're still the number 3 team even without one of their top players, and that's what you'll take into district play.
Exactly. No, but tip your cap to Waverly. They didn't start hot, but they are able to gather themselves in that second quarter, find a way, grind out a victory down the stretch as Beatrice would not go away, but Waverly figured out a way to pull off the victory and defend home court.
Your final 49-42. Waverly gets the victory over number 3 Beatrice. Stay with us. Our post-game show is coming up next.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast for the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
With me is head coach of the Waverly Vikings, John Cockrell. Coach, a big win at home for you guys to close out the regular season. What went into practice this week to allow you to do so?
Well, I think the girls trying to stay together and battle here at home. That was going to be the big one. I think we went undefeated at home, and they kind of wanted to finish it off. And everybody's a little tired this time of year, but they battled and made enough shots and got her done.
What about this team do you believe gives them the capability to make it back to state this year?
Got a lot of players that love each other, are willing to work hard, and that's going to give us a shot anywhere we're at. So,
how about Parker Christensen, the player to my left tonight? What does a player like her do for your team?
Well, she battles inside. She's got a stroke from the outside. We asked her to defend and block shots. She did a great job tonight.
Coach, congrats and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Here with me is Parker Christensen. How about this? 16 points and 4 blocks for you tonight. When did you know it was going to be that kind of night for you?
I think when we came back out in the second half, the first half we kind of struggled offensively and defensively. We didn't stick to our game plan, and we came out in the second half all really strong together as a team, and I think that's when we knew that when we're our best is when we're playing super strong as a team, and the second half was our half.
What would you say has been the team's motto this year that has just paved the way for your success?
Definitely play for each other. I feel like whenever we're doing our best is when we're all rebounding, we're all screening for each other, we're all getting the ball to each other. So it's just, we're a family. It's definitely our biggest motto.
With districts around the corner and possibly state in your future, how far do you believe this team can go?
I think this team can go as far as we want to go. Right now, I think like the biggest thing in our way is ourselves, and if we can get past every game just playing with each other and making those battles together, then we can go super far.
Thanks again for your time, Parker, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Brandon and Andy, back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh, and congratulations again. Parker Christensen, 16 points, 14 of them coming, or excuse me, 12 of them coming in that third quarter. Absolutely dominant.
Yeah.
And the 4 blocks as well, what she did defensively.
Yep.
Huge in what Waverly was able to accomplish tonight.
Just a complete performance there for number 23. And coming out of that halftime break, when she was able to widen out and knock down that triple right away, that kind of put that defense on Beatrice on point, on notice, like, hey, you're going to have to guard me outside. That allowed for some space for her to operate inside, and boy, did she take advantage.
Well deserving of our Nebraska Orthopedic Center Player of the Game honors at Nebraska Orthopedic Center. They are your healing destination. Also, Player of the Game brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all of their customers. Boys are getting ready to play. We're still 20 minutes in between the end of this game and tip-off for the boys. We'll take another break, come back, do the top plays, and recap everything from that top 10 girls clash and prepare for boys action here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
It all started long ago, with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment. That's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
The President's Day savings results are in, and it's clear that the majority agree Schaefer's is the place to save. Megan, what are you hearing on the ground?
Mike, Schaefer's does have a great selection of Whirlpool appliances, and this 12-cycle washer and matching dryer are checking all the boxes with over 500 in savings. They are a very popular duo at just $9.99 for the pair.
Based on those results, we're going to call it. Schaefer's is the place to save this President's Day.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
And welcome back. 13 minutes till boys action. We're going to wrap up our girls coverage by taking a look at the top plays brought to you by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Visit GoCurrency.com. Top 10 girls matchup on a Thursday night. Final game of the regular season. Number 6 Waverly hosting number 3 Beatrice. And we start things off Waverly with the basket. You have a bucket by Berkeley Lambrecht. It was 13-8 Beatrice after one. But Waverly found something in that third quarter, outscoring Beatrice 15-2 in the second. You have Tritz with the triple. And then you also had some great great defensive plays by Parker Christensen. She had 4 blocks on the night. It was 23-15 Waverly after outscoring Beatrice by 13. Going into halftime, Christensen comes out and has herself a third quarter, 10 points of her 16 coming in the third quarter alone. A huge reason why Waverly had a 12-point lead heading into the fourth. Beatrice makes a run. They end up cutting it to single possession in the fourth. Jurgens with the 3. You had the Addie Hatcliffe basket, who had a team-high 15. Beatrice makes a valiant effort to come back, but ultimately the Lady Orange fall up short. The overall score in this one, Waverly gets the victory 49-42 behind Parker Christensen 16 and Peyton Tritz also adding 11. Waverly undefeated at home this season as they head into sub-district play next week. Those are the top plays brought to you by Currency. And that will conclude our girls coverage officially. We're 11 minutes out from boys basketball action. Beatrice and Waverly coming up next. Stay with us for our pregame here on NCN.